And
We are going to move on to our feature interview. I see him coming down. It's the big man himself, the one who is running the show. I want to give a warm welcome to the one and only Art Moore. Art,
Who?
come on down.
oh, it's this guy.
So
I
you're
know this
out
guy.
of here, and
Bye.
Art's coming in.
I'll see you guys
Thanks,
tomorrow.
Mike.
See you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys. See you.
Art, how are you?
I'm doing great. It's been a long, busy day, but it's exciting. It's great to see a room full of people playing Scrabble and being able to facilitate.
Absolutely. I am also a Scrabble director, but being a Scrabble director is one thing, folks, and I've always felt like the type of person who brings people together. But what we're talking about here is a very large event. A lot of people, a lot of moving parts. It's really the organization, the management, the discipline. That's what's going to make a great event. How do you think it's going so far, Art?
It's going quite well. We had a great team setting up. I have a great team on the floor. So lets me go and do my administrative tasks. Things are going quite well. I'm getting very positive reviews from the players. So I'm happy where we are. I'm having a great time with this.
That's fantastic. And this is the first nationals that you're organizing. You are taking over for Dallas Johnson, who ran, was it 5 of these?
He ran 4 of them.
4 of them. And Dallas did a fantastic job. Now the torch has been passed. So, couple of questions. One, what is the approach going forward? Do you feel like you're now bringing your stamp onto the event? Do you feel like there's a kind of personal filter that the individual director stamps that event with?
There is. It's not quite as prominent as I'd like it to be, but this is the first year. There's a lot to learn, a lot to understand. So I was content with keeping things as is until next year when I have more ideas. I have, the team is behind it. So I think when we get to Buffalo next year, we're going to have a lot more fun, and do things a little differently. So it's going to be great.
Fantastic. Well, I was super excited to take part in, this is the first national that I've had any kind of official role. So taking part in the staff meeting was super cool. That happened yesterday. And what I'm amazed by is sort of what you're taking care of from the top high-level stuff all the way down to, can you confirm this for me, that before our broadcast, you were literally standing on these chairs that we're sitting on, lowering this sign. Is that true?
The reason why you can see the sign is because I reached up there to get the height lower to where it's visible. So along with organizing, I'm not afraid to get my hands dirty and do what needs to be done.
It's all about the details, right?
Absolutely.
Take care of the details, and then the big picture works out for itself. Do you think that's true? Is that a saying? I don't know. Don't sweat the small stuff. It's all
small stuff.
Is that something?
No, there's a lot of big
stuff. I don't
stuff.
know what applies here exactly, but what I know is we've got an event with how many people? How many players?
369, I believe, was the last number I saw.
Okay, and staff number?
Staff number is 23.
Okay, so if I do that math, it's about 492. I think that's right. No, 392. I got to pretend that was a joke. 392 people that are basically within the organization chart of this guy, and I think you're doing a fantastic job.
Well, let's add on the wonderful staff at the hotel who's at my command, it seems. When I need something, they're Johnny on the spot. So, 396, it might be closer to the 420. One.
Now, I'm going to ask you to say a few words about who I'm guessing is your favorite staff member. You're a very important person to the staff, the assistant to the director. Can you give me a little bit of a rundown of what's going on there?
Boy, oh boy. As much as I get credit, she's actually the engine that makes all this go. As I told everyone on the staff at the staff meeting, if you want to know what needs to be done, ask me. If you want to know where something is, ask her.
And tell me who her is. Yeah, let's go.
She is the lovely Diane Moore. She's my wife of 11 years. When I was approached about taking over for Nationals, I was initially reluctant, wanted to think it over. She was chomping at the bit. She had already decided before I could think about it that, yes, we're going to do this. Without her support, we couldn't do this. So as much as I get credit for it, she really deserves at least that much, if not more.
I love the fact that not only is everybody who's in attendance here part of a larger Scrabble family, but that the family comes right home to how the event is organized. And I think it's fantastic. And I couldn't be happier to be here. I couldn't be happier to be on your team. And, I'm just looking forward to another 4 days of Scrabble fun, and then I'll be counting down the days to Buffalo.
Absolutely, and I'm excited that we have the social media presence we do this year. I feel like it's really going to help us reach out. For one, it helps us engage the players who can't be here, and those who don't understand Scrabble or know why we do this, it gives them a better idea, and we hope to see them part of the family as well.
Absolutely, because even though we will cover players who are playing Scrabble at the highest level that you could imagine, there's a reason that there are almost 400 players here, and that's because everybody has a good time. The motto of NASPA is making words, building friendships, and I'm a big believer in both halves of that motto. And certainly, once you get into this family, it is, really tough to get out. So what I was going to ask you was, can you reflect? Look, you were a player before you were a director. Then you directed a division. Now you're the director of the whole thing. Like, what brought you to Scrabble in the first place?
Scrabble is my mother's favorite game, so I played Scrabble nonstop as a child, and growing up all through my teens and everywhere. As I got older and life got in the way, I put Scrabble to the back burner. But once a little more time freed up and I could focus on it, I said, okay, I'm going to join the club. I joined the club, I played a tournament, and I was hooked. Initially, it was competition. But after a few years of that, I stepped back and realized the social aspect here is amazing. And yes, we come here to compete, but it's also a great time once a year to see people we haven't seen in a long time. And yeah, we really are family around here, and it's great to renew those bonds each year.
Fantastic. Well, listen, Art, I want to thank you for your time. I know you're a super busy man, and this was great. And this is going to wrap up the first ever, the premiere episode of NASPA Tonight, but we'll be back every night after the full day of play. So we've got 3 more of these, and we'll be coming to you with all kinds of live interviews. If this is being played on a few different Facebook pages, but the main site, if you want to see all the social media coverage, is the NASPA Scrabble Facebook page. You go to Facebook, you type in the search NASPA, N-A-S-P-A. You can read it over Art right there, NASPA Scrabble. You will find the page. Like that page, and you'll see all the social media coverage, all the fun, all the action. And I don't have anything else to say other than thanks very much. And this is awesome.
Thank you, and we'll be back at it again tomorrow. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Is this thing still on?